All right, what's up, everybody? Good morning. This is Iron Minds, episode 8. I'm Trey Griggs. My boy Hayden Allred. Hayden, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Morning, sir. Fantastic, as usual.
Fantastic. I know, Monday morning. You weren't fantastic 2 minutes ago, and I probably wasn't either. I don't know, but now that we're here, bro, it's like it's time to get after this and do this. By the way, for everybody who's watching, just a reminder: the reason why the show is called Iron Minds is because our key focus here is Proverbs 27:17, which says that as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. We want to sharpen each other, especially our minds, get our minds right for this week. Have a great week coming up here. Heading into a holiday, man. Heading into Memorial Day weekend. You got any plans for the holiday? I know you're gonna be cooking some steak, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's a staple in in most weekends. Been mixing it up lately, actually, with a lot of chicken. But no, I don't. Not that I know of, man. I'll probably just spend time here locally with the family and try to let the kids have a little bit of fun during our time off.
Yeah. Hey, just as a reminder for everybody who watches the show, we are going to be off next week because it's Memorial Day, and we want everybody to enjoy some time with the family, get a little extra rest, be ready to go. Joshua Harrison, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Dude, Joshua Harrison, that guy's a beast. Did you watch the episode of Standing Out with Joshua Harrison?
I did. Yeah, he's
awesome?
I've enjoyed talking to him quite a bit. I found out he's a fellow fight fan, so we've been staying connected. That guy he's already probably put 20 miles under his belt this morning. Now he's joining in.
Dude, no doubt about it. That guy's a beast. He's going to be running a 100-miler on Tuesday, I believe it is.
I know.
On May 31st. He's going from his house to the TQL office, I believe, in Detroit or somewhere up there in Michigan, Grand Rapids. I don't know. Anyways, he's going to be running, and he's raising money for Ronald McDonald Charities. And so I'm excited, man. I can't wait to see how he does. 100 miles, dude. 100 miles.
We need to have somebody follow him and live stream the whole thing. That would be wild.
We need a StreamYard that bad boy. But I was telling him on the show, 100 miles. That's a long way to drive. Much less to run. You know?
I joke about it. He'll post a screenshot and I text him. He was like, it's like 26 miles today. I'm like, dude, that's more miles than I've driven in the past 4 days. like what?
So true. That is so true. Grand Rapids. That's right. He's going to Grand Rapids. Thanks for the reminder, Josh. Appreciate that. Yeah, no, it's crazy. But, it's like talking to him made me get really excited about just, changing my life and continuing to improve. Hang on, I'll take my sweatshirt off. That probably sounds terrible for everybody else. Just a second here. We got a cold front here in St. Louis, everybody. 46 degrees this morning. Just crazy. But anyways, like just hearing him say one thing that he said, and I remember from that show, was he said, every time I hit a goal, I realized that I had a lot more in me. I could do more.
Yeah.
And I thought, man, that's such a great way to think about goals. Great way to think about like just getting better, and that mentality, like it impacts everything. He wasn't in sales, he wasn't in freight, and now he's running a huge book of business. And I can only imagine that his mindset towards some of these extreme goals he has also pushed him in business as well. So pretty cool stuff.
I felt that way. I actually thought about that the other day. It's like how much of what we do when we level up or we progress, whether it's in running, business, whatever it might be, it's like how much of that actually happens when we realize we're capable of it. It's like it unlocks, like we already have the ability to do it, but you got those two voices in your head, right? Like you have the task and things that with conviction, I can do this, no problem. But then when you're trying to reach to that next step, you have a little bit of voice of doubt, like, man, I wonder, can I? Like, if you're not certain, it's almost like you have to attain it so that you can check that box. And once you know without a doubt you can't accomplish it, it's like, okay, you've already reached that level. Now it's time to chase the next one. And now that level you just crushed as a goal can become status quo. Like I can do this again because I already know I can. And it's like almost, to me, it's like once you have that mental guarantee, I know I can do this, it becomes feasible.
Yeah. It's all about mindset. It's the old adage of like, nobody can run a 4-minute mile. And then after Roger Bannister did it, well, now everybody runs a 4-minute mile. But it was like, once that first person accomplished it,
yeah, and
people started to realize, oh, this is possible. Then it became kind of like, okay, yeah, no big deal.
Everybody except me.
Yeah, exactly. I will not be running a 4-minute mile anytime soon. But the thing is that if we wanted to, we could. Like, that's the thing. You start to realize that it's not because it's impossible. It's just because people thought it was impossible for too long. I'm doing a little push-pull core workout today, my friend. What are you working on today?
We're going to be doing some strength pushing on the front end. So we're going to probably do more of like a 5x5 style, about to up the weight. And then we're going to finish with body weight dips.
Nice.
And probably throw some pull-ups in there too. But you will not be getting any lower body, no intensity or explosiveness out of I today.
It's because you ran.
I ran hard yesterday. I did. I was proud of myself.
Good for you. Joshua Harrison be proud of you too.
I scared my girls. I had my daughter had a sleepover. She had a soccer party. They finished league champs Saturday. So she stayed at one of the players' houses. They swam and everything. And then I had a couple of them over here. I came in just completely drenched and just let out a big woo really in the kitchen. It's pretty funny. Startled them a little bit. I was like, yeah, just crushed that. Felt good.
Nice. I'm doing those you can't see, I'm doing some. Maybe I should move my view around today, everybody. Give you a different angle of the Griggs gym today. We're gonna rock it right over here.
Dynamic viewing.
There we go. So now you can see the push-pull core exercises and the pull-ups I just did. I'm doing the pull-ups today where you go up, then you go left, right, center, down.
Like archer pull-ups?
Whatever they're called, I don't know, but I'm doing it today.
If you can do archer pull-ups, you're a man.
I'm also doing some walking push-ups today. I'm sure you're familiar with these. We'll do the arc. All right, so you were talking about something before we came on the air. What's up, Freight Sensei? Good morning, brother. Good to see you as always. All right, anyways, hey, you were talking about something before we got on the air. What was that?
The neuroscience thing?
Yeah.
Well, catching up with my buddy Corey Collins. Shout out to him. Friday, and he was reading. I'll have to get the name of the book and the actual neuroscientist, but the context is we live in a world now where we are filled and surrounded by things that trigger and inhibit a dopamine release that are not natural per se. Maybe it's something. Oh yeah, don't we all? And maybe it's something as simple as having easy access to McDonald's French fries, or Instagram and Facebook. Just our phone in general. Long story short, the basis of our conversation, what this researcher says is, in order to live to help enhance a more fulfilling life and to create more joy and just for the overall health of your body, we should never be doing multiple things that cause dopamine spikes together. For example, we know lifting weights, running, exercising will release dopamine. We also know that music has the ability to trigger a dopamine. Maybe you shouldn't do two of those things at the same time. As much as we love listening to music and doing things, it might not actually be best for us, essentially.
Yeah.
And I need to get a little more read into it, but that's kind of the general overview of what that was. And it started to make a lot of sense. I was like, you know what? I'm probably going to try this week next time I run, I'm going to do it without music. If I'm trying to do some deep work, whether it's sales, emails, phone calls, it's tough phone calls to do with music, but emails, when I'm working and really trying to get into that quote unquote flow state of just getting real work done, I'm going to kill music. I'm just going to turn it off and really just try that out because I always have something playing typically. But yeah, I want to dive into that more off camera and then recap on it because I think it's a pretty interesting topic.
No, that's cool. And Freight Sensei, Scott Watanabe, says he was talking to his 16-year-old about that recently. Scott, I love that, man. Talking to kids about stuff is important. I'll tell you what, when you were saying that earlier this morning, it reminded me of hitting golf balls because I was like, that's my thing. I get a huge spike out of hitting a golf ball. And I used to listen to music while I did it. And I heard Brooks Koepka say that part of the experience of hitting a golf ball is hearing how it sounds. And I was like, that's interesting. So I did that one time. I thought, man, I like this better because you can actually hear the sound of the shot, which is like, for me, it's exhilarating. I know for some people it might be stupid, but for me, it's exhilarating. And not only that, I started to hear the birds. I started to hear the wind blow. I started just to kind of experience nature and get that dopamine hit from being out there. And so as much as I love music, I'm starting to realize the same thing, that there's a lot of joy around kind of like decluttering the mind a little bit.
Yeah.
And just letting some of these other activities provide that hit, you know?
I agree. 'Cause I mean, we really take a step back. If you really think about it, man, we're how much of, of that is involved in our day-to-day lives. It's so easy to let it become almost overwhelming without realizing it. It's causing anxiety, stress. Like, how much of that stuff is self-induced because of the choices we're making? Like, if you really look at it, most of the time, it's most of it, we're kind of doing it to ourselves without realizing, because we just accepted it or adopted it as the modern world.
Well, and I'll tell you, the thing that happens with me is I lose focus, because my mind is so used to being distracted instead of being focused. And simplifying a few things can really help out with that. I mean, I'll tell you what, doing these push-ups, just adding a little variety to it. Oh
yeah.
All right. Very good. No, it's it's interesting to think about that, man.
Okay, talk to me about your vacay, man. How was it to rest, relax, reset?
I'll tell you what, man.
What's the vacation like?
You know what I'll say? This is my first vacation as a business owner. And I got to say, it was a little nerve-wracking. I went out for a week, and I told my team ahead of time, I said, hey, listen, I'm not gonna reach out at all. Try to prepare the weeks leading up to everything, all the responsibilities that we have with our clients. And I said, hey, I'm not gonna check in. I'm not gonna be a part of anything. Now, I did podcast because, as they say, the show must go on. So I did podcast at 5:30 in the morning out in Hawaii, which was pretty easy because the time difference. I was up at 3:30 every day.
You said Hawaii?
But, yeah, we went to Hawaii, dude.
I didn't know you went to Hawaii.
Yeah, we were in Hawaii. You clearly didn't watch any shows last week.
I did, but I never saw. I never saw Hawaii or heard Hawaii. I was also
the background was just like
multitasking.
Trees and stuff. But no, it's okay. Oh well, if you listened to it, you didn't see it, but the background was trees. It was beautiful Hawaii pictures. Anyways, so I told him, I said, hey, I'm not going to check in. I'm not going to do anything. I did say, hey, if you have an emergency, funnel it through Chris and let me know if you need anything. But it was scary because you're putting your business in the hands of other people. You're completely out of control. But it was also, I think, like exhilarating, because I just realized I was going to learn a few things from this process. One, I was going to learn if I hired well and if I trained well, which I think is good for any entrepreneur to figure out. Two, it was good for me just to reset, because as somebody who's creative, and yeah, Scott did have some beautiful backgrounds last week. They were killer. But as somebody who's creative, when you truly reset and rest, your mind is now freed up to be creative, to come up with some new ideas and some things I'm now thinking about. Like, okay, maybe we should do this, or here's our focus for the next couple of months. That was good. But then three, my team had the opportunity to make decisions and deal with the consequences, the results, good or bad, of those decisions. And what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen was we piss every customer off, they all fire us, and we're starting from zero. And that would be bad, but it wouldn't be. Like, we'll survive. We'll keep breathing oxygen. We'd survive. So the worst thing that could happen was we lose our business, which would suck. But it'd be a great learning lesson for all of us.
I have faith that wouldn't happen.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Right? So, no, it was good. And I'm excited to talk to my team this morning and just hear how it went, and just let them talk to me. And I posted this morning about, while I'm reading through the Bible, I'm reading through a book called Business by the Good Book. And this week's chapter, do you know what it's on? Delegation. The biblical principle of delegation. I thought, man, how cool is that? That, like, I go on this trip and I'm also reading about how to delegate and the benefits of that, like really, really critical. So, no, the vacation was great. I played 34 holes of golf on Thursday.
Nice.
Which was awesome. Went to Oahu and Pearl Harbor on Tuesday, which was cool. We were staying on the Big Island. So went to Oahu for a day. And something funny that happened, we were talking to our kids, just like reminiscing about their childhood. and we were talking about movies that they used to love, and we just happened to mention the movie Happy Feet because they watched it all the time they were younger. And they're like, "Hey, can we watch it?" I was like, "Sure," because it's a good movie. It's got a lot of adult humor in it, so it's good. So we watch it. Well, now they can appreciate the adult humor, whereas when they were 4 and 5 years old, they didn't. Now they appreciate the adult humor. They literally watched Happy Feet. I'm not going to lie. They probably watched it 8 times on the trip. So we watched a lot of Happy Feet. But it was okay. We had a good time together, just hanging out. We went to a luau, so that was good. And first time in Hawaii, maybe the only time. It was good.
That's interesting, man. How long was that flight?
8 hours total.
Jeez. Maybe with older kids. My little one. I'm not putting my 3-year-old in that plane.
No, it was 3 hours to 3 hours to LA and then 5 hours to Hawaii. And yes, Scott, the birds we're seeing last week on the show, I'm sure it was distracting, but man, it sounded so good. It was so much fun. But no, vacation's important, man. And I think especially for entrepreneurs, like you think that you have to just grind and go and go. And even though that's very much a part of the job, is that you're kind of 24/7 all about this thing. Like people don't value rest, in my opinion, like they should. Is that an animal? What is that? They don't value rest like they should. And a lot of times they get burnt out or they get stressed or whatever. And I don't know, I guess maybe because I'm a little bit older, being 44 now, I just realized that there's more to life than just business, than to just this thing I'm creating. And so I want to make sure that even though I want to go hard, I want to do well, I want to succeed, that's very much a part of the mission, the passion, the vision. I don't want to lose my family in the process. I don't want to lose the relationships with my friends in the process. I don't want to lose my hobbies because that fills me up. So it's like people talk about balance all the time. And some people are like, balance is stupid. You shouldn't, who cares about balance? Just go get it, be dominant, go after it. Other people are like, hey, you know what? Family's more important, business doesn't matter. I think the truth is balance is understanding that they both matter. My personal life, my family, my relationships, my ministry, those things matter. My business, my leadership, those things matter too. Like it's 100% for both. And you got to figure out how to make that work in a way that's most effective for you. And so I think vacation is really important to get away. Like my family appreciated the fact that I didn't work. I didn't check my phone. I wasn't on email. I wasn't doing all that kind of stuff. I think that goes a long ways to showing them that you can be successful in business. But you can also be a great dad. You can be a great husband. You can be a great friend. You don't have to sacrifice one or the other. You can actually have both, but you got to be intentional about what that really looks like. And it's, it's hard. And sometimes you maybe sway a little bit too much for business. Sometimes you might sway a little bit too much for family. And that's okay. Those are seasons. But at the same time, like that's a part of, I think, just learning how to manage your life is figuring out how can I be successful in every area of my life and not just one. And so vacation was good, man. It was good just to kind of reset, remember what's important, all those kind of things. So
I'll have a small one of those in July. I posted my wife got us.
Yeah, I saw that, dude.
Yeah, one of those getaway cabs.
Shout out
cool.
To
it's Taylor. It's it's like a little modernized shipping container almost is kind of what it is. But
which is fitting for you, my friend.
Yeah, right. It's just out in the middle of nowhere, relatively speaking. And we're gonna disconnect, put the phones away. Kids are gonna be in good hands. And we're gonna rough it, dude. We're gonna cook everything. I might take it's out of city limits, obviously, so I might take my bow and try to find a wild pig or something. I don't know. Yeah, probably don't want to eat a wild boar in summer here in Texas, but I don't know. We're gonna take our own food. We're gonna campfire cook. We're gonna get as quote unquote primitive as we can just to unplug and get away from normal.
Shout out to Taylor, man. Like hooking you up, man.
Yeah, dude, she's such a good gift giver. She's so much better at surprising me than I am with her because I am the worst at keeping a surprise. Like if I do something and I know it's going to light her up or it's going to be exciting, like I can. It's so difficult for me to keep it hidden until the time comes. I'm just like, hey, I got to tell you what I got you. Like I have to. You're gonna love this. Like I have. It's my toxic trait. She's much better at it than me. So.
Well, I'm bad about that too. I'm a terrible liar. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. which in some areas of life can be a good thing, but when it comes to surprises, it's brutal. It's bad. It's really bad. But, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Scott, appreciate you watching, man. Freight Sensei. That guy's awesome. I love that dude. Like, here's the funny thing about post-pandemic virtual world. I got so many good friends like Scott that I've never had a chance to meet in person, hang out with. I can't wait, though. I got a feeling that when we do, it's going to be like we've been friends, old high school buddies, just reconnecting. Just so many good people in our network, man. So many good people.
I know, dude. It's been cool. I hope he's able to join into the Tough Mudder or something like that. The more people we can meet in those environments, it's so cool.
Let's do it. Yeah, Scott, you need to jump into Tough Mudder, man. In Dallas, October 29th. We got a team we're putting together. Listen, here's what we're thinking about doing, everybody. So if you're thinking about this, we're going to get a hotel in Fort Worth area. We're going to do the Tough Mudder on Saturday. We're looking at a Cowboys game on Sunday afterwards to celebrate. So we're putting all this together. We're going to raise money for ALS for an organization called Souk Strong. I spoke with I don't know what her title is, but she runs it. Her family, the daughter, one of 3 kids of the woman, Joan Sucre, that passed away from ALS 4 years ago. Souk Strong is the foundation. We're getting all the links set up to donate to that. We're going to raise money for them. Our goal is to raise $10,000. That's our goal. So $10,000. If we get 20 people to join us, and each person can kind of raise $500 for their network, then we'll hit our goal. So October 29, go to toughmudder.com/Dallas to sign up for the event. And I'm also putting information on my website, betaconsultinggroup.com/events. We need to get Scott and Joshua Harrison and so many other people to join us for that. I wonder if I did them this way. I've never done pull-ups this way. See if you guys can see me. See what my face looks like when I do pull-ups. Here we go. Going left, going right, going back center.
Raise this up now.
Oh man, dude, just little variations can do wonders. All right, I'm gonna put this in the notes. All right, everybody, go to toughmudder.com/Dallas. We're gonna create a team called Iron Minds. It's gonna be the Iron Minds Tough Mudder Charity Challenge, raising money for Souk Strong. We need you guys to join. I think it's like $89 or something. The price might have gone up. I don't know. It was like $89 or something to sign up. That's gonna be a great weekend, man. It's a home event for you.
Oh yeah.
How are those arms doing, man?
I'm exhausted, dude. I hit a little bit of bench press this weekend just to keep my shoulders moving, and my front delts are pretty damn sore.
I hear you, man.
I haven't lifted near as much. Like I said, since I started running for that Tough Mudder, that's been like the bulk of my working out. So I'm trying to get back into a routine where it's a balance now.
Yeah, getting a little bit of both in there.
I love running now, dude. It's crazy. It still kind of humors me that like I look forward to running now, because that was, like I said, that was absent for 12 years. And I forgot, I knew it was a problem too, because my hips had started locking up. I had becoming very inflexible. My knees are hurting when I'm playing with my kids. I'm like, dude, I don't want to be 35 and not able to just get up and down with my kids at will, or just going up and down stairs, not there being a problem. So that was like that was another one of those motivating factors of why I said yes so quick, because I knew it was going to force me. Because I already committed to someone. Like, dude, I'm going to be there. But now I got to do something about it.
That's right. When you make a commitment, especially when you tell people about it, it forces you to get it done. That's for sure. So everybody go to toughmudder.com/Dallas. Sign up for the event October 29. We're going to be there the weekend, October 28 through 30. Again, looking at a Dallas Cowboys game on Sunday afternoon after our race. So it's going to be awesome. We're going to have a blast. Need everybody to join in, help us raise money for Souk Strong. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be so good. Okay, listen, hey, we got a couple of things to talk about real quick. I'm going to do some burpees here in just a minute. But while you're doing your pull-ups, a couple things to talk about. So first of all, you watched the PGA Championship. Justin Thomas, my boy, came back and won that thing. This dude was 8 shots down and came back and won. I think through 4 holes, he was 8 shots down. But he kept fighting for every shot. I'm telling you, listen, golf is such a good analogy for life, a good thing. You just hit a good shot, have a good day, win the moment. You never know where that's going to put you at the end. He finished at 500. The leaders came back down. He ended up getting a playoff and he won. And it's just such a great analogy. So to all my golf fans out there, if you're not watching golf, especially at the PGA Championship, you're missing out. It was really good. And then secondly, as you can see the shirt I'm wearing, 237. Some of you may know what this means. I'll give you a hint. See this right here? See that logo right there? It's Indy 500 week, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So listen, qualifying yesterday, Scott Dixon qualified for the pole at 234 miles an hour. I cannot wait to go there this weekend. Races on Sunday at 11:30 Eastern, 12:30 Central, I believe. I'm telling you, like, watching these people do things that are just unbelievable. It's like so inspiring, man. So inspiring. I think that's why we love professional sports and live sports. Is like we're watching people at the top of their game be their absolute best. Dude, that's fun to watch, you know? All right. I'm doing some burpees. You talk now. Here we go.
Gotta catch my breath. I don't even know what I want to talk about. I'm just glad for this cold front, like you mentioned. We got the same thing here in Texas. It was 96 with the 97 with the real feel of 100, 101 last week. It was in the 60s yesterday morning. I think it's high 60s right now. We got some fog from this cold front. We'll have some rain this week, but man, it feels great outside. I did a ton of yard work after my run yesterday. Had my little one out there picking up dog poop. Good times.
You guys won a championship. That was cool.
And we did. In extravagant fashion. We won 10-1 for the final game. They crushed it. Baseball's over now. So we get a little bit of a break from summer sports and just having such a busy Monday through Friday, which will be nice just for a little bit at least.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, listen, talk about this. Scott wants to know what's up with your garage setup. Talk about that.
All right. Well,
give him a little tour. Scott, amazing. You tell us.
This is the PRX system. These guys were on Shark Tank, actually. And the reason I was so intrigued by this is, one, I wanted to have a gym set up at the home since I work from the house so often. It's kind of crucial for me to have that gym. It kind of gives me no excuse for not skipping. And because of the rack, it allows you to basically get all your important, quote unquote, big lifts in, all your compound movements, right? Your squats, your overhead press, your bench press, your bench over rows. And I'll show you the unique thing about this and why it's so cool. Obviously here in Texas, we don't have basements or anything like that, so I need my garage for its functionality without giving that up. But I also want to have somewhat of a gym, so I'm going to take you over here and show you this. I can have a full workout, and then I can come over here and fold this up onto the wall. And everything has a place, all the weights.
Oh, we lost Hayden. I guess that's it for him today. Maybe he'll jump back in. But Scott, I'm telling you, man, that gym is freaking awesome. Here he is.
Can you hear me?
Yep, got you back.
Same thing happened last week. I touch the screen, it just disappears. But once you fold this thing up onto the wall, it only has a 4-inch profile. So I can rack my weights, my bar, the bench folds up onto the wall, dip bar, multi-grip pull up, all the wheel weights, and I can still get both my vehicles in the garage. So it was
without the threat of it falling,
because it takes no time at all. Just to unpack it, set it all up, get your workout, and then to quickly pick it up. You got horse stall mats that are only $40 a piece, so you get as many of those as you need. But very low profile. It's the genius
and
product.
No risk of it falling too.
No, it locks.
Which is awesome. Yeah, so Scott, you need to check that out. What's the website for that? Do you know?
PRXperformance.com. And they build them to fit into smaller rooms, garages. Depending on your ceiling height, you get different versions of it to show you what you can and can't get. So nice. Pretty good product, man. I highly recommend it. Built very well. Yeah, I remember the first time I saw that, Scott, I felt the same way. Like, this thing is legit. It's so good. Well, listen, we're at 30 minutes, everybody. So it's Monday. Get your mind right. Find somebody that you can partner with. Stay accountable. Remember, our verse is Proverbs 27:17, as iron sharpens iron.
So one man sharpens another. Keep sharpening each other, everybody. Have a great week. We'll see you guys. By the way, remember, next week, we're off. It's Memorial Day. Enjoy the day with your family. Get some rest. Get reset for the week. We'll see you guys back here the second week of June. I guess it's the first Monday in June. Peace out, everybody.
Later, guys.